reminder, this is your guide to creating an expressive portfolio. So there are 3 mandatory parts to the course. The first one is your practical expressive work. This is worth 64 marks. Your critical analysis, worth 30 marks. And your evaluation, which is worth 6 marks. Your practical portfolio needs to follow a single area of study, such as portraiture. The example here is self-portraits, exploring different aspects of your personality through painting. You're expected to produce sketchbook work as well as other artworks, drawings, paintings, mixed media work, etc. And it should amount to a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 15 A1 sheets in total. The sketchbook counts towards this total, so it's actually easier to achieve 15 A1 sheets than you would think. The second part is the critical analysis. That's worth 30 marks. This is going to take the form of an essay, a dissertation based on your personal research into the work or body of works, if they're similar, of an artist. The work you study needs to relate to your practical work and inform your folio, so you should be picking a piece of artwork by an artist that closely links to what you want to do or what you're trying to do in your folio. And finally, you've all done an evaluation before, so you know exactly what that is. And it's just basically a summing up of what you've done and evaluating its effectiveness. It's 300 words long, and that will happen at the end of the year. The expressive work, the folio for 64 marks. First of all, you have to think about a title for your folio. The first sheet of your folio is a context sheet, and this will show all the images that you do for your research and investigation. It's your chance to set the scene and open your folio with a bang. So this should grab the attention of any interviewer or marker, and it should include things like images of your chosen artist's work, photos that you've taken yourself or collected, drawings and studies that you've done. And then you've got the body of practical work, which shows further development and a resolved final outcome or outcomes. With the advanced higher, you can have more than one final solution. And this should be mounted up onto A1 sheets or in sketchbooks, and it should include skillful use of materials, techniques or technology, evidence of creative and effective use of visual elements, evidence of well-conceived ideas for expressive artwork, and there's that word again, continuity. Now you'll remember from Higher and National 5 that continuity meant that everything had to have a similar look or similar feel to it. That's not necessarily the same for the advanced higher, it's not so rigid. They just mean by continuity that if you started with portraiture, you couldn't just suddenly veer off into still life halfway through your folio. It needs to kind of stick within the same range of style of drawing. And then evidence of a sustained creative inquiry and development leading to the creation of artworks. The critical analysis, which is your essay for 30 marks. You're going to pick a piece of artwork, as I've already mentioned. You'll need to do a bit of background research, such as statements by the artist about the work if you can, discussion of the works by critics or other commenters, art and design movements that might be associated to. I'm not going to continue reading this entire list, I'll leave it to you to read, but this list that you see in front of you is pretty much everything that you will need in your essay. And if you manage to cover all of these bases, you will be able to write 2,000 words, absolutely no bother at all. There's some top tips here on what you've got to do. So thinking about for 15 marks, the context and influences. And then 15 marks of your essay is an actual analysis of the work, which you are all absolute pros at now, because you've spent your whole National 5 and higher analysing work, not just in class, but also for your unseen questions, and it's just exactly the same as what you've been doing. And then finally, that evaluation for 6 marks. Now, your evaluation will be on an evaluation sheet, which will be provided the same as what you would normally have had. But you will also have an opportunity to annotate your work as you're going through your folio, and this will count towards your evaluation as well. So there, it's all there. Your 3 elements, what it will look like in the end, and that is your advanced higher year.